And ladies and gentlemen, it is game number 3 of Paid versus Shaft. Winner stays alive. Loser is done. Now, the Daring, Anakin Painwalker, the Marceau, Ouija Please Nerf, Harugamo, Agent Endure, and then the Marceau of Turbo Woofer, Petro, Nevsky, Des Moines, St. Vincent, and Ohio.
Give me freedom or give me death.
So let's go to the map view as we start to watch and see how these teams are going to break it out. You got to expect both teams are going to be a little more cautious this game. They're going to play their game, but they want to be cautious because they don't want to obviously make a mistake and lose. Because losing here would just be the worst feeling in the world. So we're going to keep an eye out. I expect to see a slower push. But we're going to see one team probably push hard to C, one push to A, because it feels like that's always what we see, ladies and gentlemen. So let's keep an eye out. Also, a minor clarification, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that the winner of this game, or the loser of this game, may still be eligible for the 5th place slot for EU. I'm not sure yet. I will have to keep an eye out to see if that is indeed the case or if this is the end of the road for their team. But I do want to give you guys an update on that. We'll keep an eye out. So, as we look here, we've seen the split happening. Looks like we're going to see 4 ships from Shaft heading to A versus eventually 5-ish from the side of Paid. Now, Paid does have an issue where the Ragnar and Marceau are going to run into each other, but the Ragnar is going to have a lot of help that the Marceau's not. We're also seeing 5 ships from Shaft push up to C. Now, this case, Ouija Please Nerf Me and his Marceau will get C before they can get into position, except for possibly that Nevsky radar. We'll have to keep an eye out on that Nevsky and Petro radar. Those may get in, but that will force out radars, which will be the goal for the side of Paid. They want to take the cap, obviously, but also getting rid of radars early on always feels good as well. And C being claimed, still no radar yet. The radars just cover him. Radar from the Petro out first is not going to spot anything besides the Petro and Daring. And the Marceau will get the cap without contest. And now the Harugamo is pushing the Nevsky and Vincent up aggressively to the side of C. Push at A is happening. It's a long push. St. Vincent cutting in, Des Moines and Nevsky heading wide. A being contested, but the Marceau of Turbo Woofer is just headed straight south. He's going to get the wraparound here and try to pinch and contest. So, Marceau spotted by the Ragnar. Marceau and Ragnar fight going on now. We'll see who gets the upper edge. Marceau in with a big first hit. Ragnar getting good damage back on the Marceau, trading it. Remember, Ragnar does get the advantage to heal. Another hit in on the Ragnar. Marceau, though, getting the worst end of the trade right now. Marceau down to 20,000. No ability to heal right now. Ragnar hasn't used the heal yet, but down to 22,000. You can see Turbo Woofers clearly trying to just dodge and make the shots miss. All sorts of spam out at him. He's down to 17,000 and change. He's going dark. He starts the backup just to mess with the line, and he manages to go dark. And now that he's dark, immediately straight forward, trying to play the dodge. Big chunk on him, down to 14,000, and a fire he can't DCP. A and C capped for both sides. Fighting at B, Paid has absolutely given up all of C right now with their positioning. They have it, but there's no way Marceau can adequately contest it. Petro doesn't have radar yet, spamming in on where the daring is, trying to see if he can hit him. Shells will go long. The daring of Painwalker goes dark. Petro's radar of Stress Possum is down. And watch for Mugu to pop a radar here in just a second if he wants. He has not yet. Is he going to take these torps? No, he's going to dodge those torps. And here comes that a push we were talking about. Oh, and the St. Vincent and the Ragnar take some more damage. Torp onto the Harugumo. The Harugumo of Agent Endro gets a torp onto Flow 420. There's the radar, and now Flow 420 is going to be the big focus, ladies and gentlemen. They want him out of this game now. Down to 11,000. That torp is massive. 10,000. 9,000. 7. 6. 5. That radar's got 19 seconds left on it, ladies and gentlemen. That Harugumo's not going anywhere but to the bottom of the map. And the first blood goes to the side of Paid. They capitalized. They realized they had a torp on the DD. Instant radar and finish. And that's a rough occurrence for the side of Shaft. Now, the Des Moines of Kamikaze spot. St. Vincent of PSC looking at Gassando. Gassando's used the heal. Could only heal up to 66,000. Taken down. Big hit from the St. Vincent. He's down to 54,000. Kamikaze's Des Moines is backing up as well. He's at 43,000. Got the heal, taking him up back up to the high 40Ks. C is now being taken in. The Petro of Amugu's in a problem spot. And this is where the challenge comes. How quick does the push occur? These torps are just going to miss that Petro. But yeah, it becomes the question of how quick is that push going to occur? Is the St. Vincent that's seen those torps about to take these torps, ladies and gentlemen? Because it looks like the St. Vincent, which had plenty of time to see those torps, is going to get absolutely smashed by Painwalker's torps. And that feels terrible for Vert. You see the torps going past the Petro and you still take them, and your heal only gets you to 30,000. What a big set of torps there, and that's got to feel good for Painwalker. All three caps ticking in favor of Shaft right now. How many points can they pick up before the side of Page starts to aggress in? Giving up 3 caps even with a ship lead and doing all that damage to the St. Vincent is not a good feeling, especially with Devel down to just 55 hit points. And so now this fight, like I said, the Petro of Amugu's in a problem spot. He dodges the torps, but he's in a problem spot because he's got a Nevsky and a Harugumo pushing on his flank. He sees them, has the shells out towards them. Nevsky's going to slow down, but he still takes 10,000. That'll help even the fight a bit for the Petro. And now here comes the aggression from A-Cap for Page. Shaft needs to hold steady here and not lose too much health. Ragnar down to 21,000, has 1 heal left. Vincent at 53,000 has 3 heals left. Kamikaze's at 48,000 has 3 heals left as well. And shells out from across the map onto the St. Vincent. He's only at 50,000. Remember, Vert has to be very careful. Because they know how many torps hit him. They know he was the target that took those torps. And they know that he's used the heal and he can't heal anymore. So even with this heal coming up, every time you hit him, his health pool drops. And the amount he can heal isn't going to bring it back up to that 30,000. So this is a really dangerous position for him to be in with 8 minutes gone in the game to be that low and unable to heal up. He's going to have to be very careful. Now, Amugu, as we said, problem spot we knew was coming. Amugu pushing forward. He has the shells out. The Marceau has spotted the Nevsky, and now the Marceau is working on the Harugumo. Harugumo forced to turn back. Harugumo takes a big chunk down to 24,000 and change. Trying to dodge, he manages to get dark. Marceau no longer engages, but that was a big 5,000 off of him. Nevsky at 39,000. Amugu doesn't have a heal for 50 seconds. And here comes the Raider, so they're going to spot out quite a lot. They see the Daring coming in. Marceau of Turbo Woofer, I expect to open up here, actually, on the Daring. Here come the shells. Daring going to be forced back. Amugu is going to be gone, though, with the Daring and Ragnar working on him. Amugu uses the radar. They'll spot. They'll have a little bit of damage. They'll try to get onto ships, but no joy really on the shots. And now Amugu goes down, ladies and gentlemen, and that will be a 300-point lead for the side of Shaft. Remember those 3 caps I talked about? It's down to 2, but once again, now the side of Paid, even though they had a brilliant start, is
The enemy's victory
giving up
draws
points after points after points, and they have only 3 minutes left to find a kill. More if they can get into B. They are right outside B. They jump into B. That will give them extra time, but that daring Ragnar is in a problem spot. And here comes the radar from the Petro. 10-second radar. Nothing's going to be able to hit the daring except for the Petro yet. And so the daring's going to move forward. He dodges the first set, but he has to come out of the cap, and it's back to 2.5 minutes to the win for the side of Shaft. Now, a couple things to watch. Marceau of Ouija, please nerf me, is in radar range. He's trying to go dark because the radar's active on him. He's going to be under 10k. He's going to wait until he goes dark right here and then probably pop it down to 7,000. Radar's off. He's dark, but he is just getting brutalized. Down to 6,000, 5,000 and change. He's out of the line and he's dodging the shells. Keep an eye on this Ohio of Gigawoofer. And now we're going to see this Daring and Marceau push up. 2 minutes left until Shaft takes this game and pushes themselves up the leaderboard. Harugamo is not going to take a torp. Nevsky spotted down to 25,000. St. Vincent of Vert, 25,000. He has used another heal to get himself back up to that, so that's not good. And then the St. Vincent of Gassando has no more speed boost left. He's down to 32,000. Shots in on Vert. The focus has got to be, if I think what Paid is looking at is they want to get Vert out because he's so low. 18,000. Ohio now pushing in and getting focused. Daring spotted by the Ragnar. Ragnar has him on radar for a while more. Daring moving forward, but he's going to take a lot of damage here. He's down to 9,000. He gets out of the angle of the Ragnar, but he's still an angle of the enemy Daring. And now the Marceau of Turbo Woofer has to back off as well. And it's a minute now until the side of Shaft wins. St. Vincent down to 6,000. He manages to go dark, but is it too late, ladies and gentlemen? Shots out from the Ohio. There's the turn, and he's down to 1,100 health. They don't quite finish him. 45 seconds. Oh, Daring takes a torp. Daring spotted. Here come the shots out from the Nevsky. Here come the shots from the Marceau. Zil 2 going to be the focus for the side of Paid. They have 34 seconds until they lose this game. Daring has used the heal. He has 1,000 health. He's trying to get dark. He's trying to get out of there. Shells are in 500, and they get that, and that'll bring them back up to about a minute until loss. But it's still very much in favor of Shaft. Paid desperately trying to find these kills they need. They got under a minute now. They have not managed to get the Daring back into B cap yet, and the Petro has a radar ready if they do. Ragnar down to 15,000. St. Vincent of Vert unspotted. St. Vincent of Gassando at 48,000. And ladies and gentlemen, 42 seconds left. I think that the time, I don't know if there's enough time. I don't see the kill here. I don't see the kill here. 30 seconds. You give yourself a little bit more time, but it's taking too long for the Daring to back into the cap of B. It's down to 24 seconds. The Ohio takes a torp. Oh, he smashed the Ragnar. Ragnar pops the heal, but maybe 15 seconds. Maybe there's a desperation play here. All the shells coming in. Will they be able to hit him? He's up to 7,000, 8,000. Looks like it won't be enough. 4 seconds until the loss, ladies and gentlemen. And Paid can't do it. They give up too many points. They will lose the game. And the winner of the game and the series will be the team of Shaft. And heartbreak. Heartbreak for the side of Paid as they lose that game.